Hi, I'm Barbada, one of Canada's leading drag stars.
I'm Jaime Lujan. I'm a drag queen too, but more importantly, I'm one of Canada's top drag designers. On So Fierce, I'm here to mentor the designers and inspire them to create their best looks.
As drag artists, we spend hundreds of hours on stage, perfecting our walk, finding our personality, building an artistic presence, and owning the ability to work a crowd. However, it all starts well before we hit that stage, well before those thousands of adoring fans.
For many of us, it starts right here with hundreds of hours of sewing. Over time, we learn what it takes to make a look and build our career. For a lucky few, we get to step out from behind the machine and into the limelight.
It's in that moment we shine. Over time, we build our style, and some of us need help with that. That's when the drag dollar steps in. Some people can spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to get to the top, and the only way they can do that is with the help of professional designers.
Talented people dedicated to creating the very best looks for the very best talents.
That's why we created this show, to showcase the unsung heroes of drag. Of course, there's more to it than the win. There's a $10,000 cash prize. We're not doing it alone. With the help of our sponsor at Singer, we were able to create the most amazing designer workspace here at the Millworks Creative Studios. You'll notice our wig shop provided by Bam Bam Wigs. Those wigs will be styled by our in-house stylist from the drag stop, Chad Hurst. The drag stop will also be providing Body Pod, the padding worn by all our models. Some of our fabrics have been provided by Queen of Raw, making sustainable fabric choice a way of the future. Finally, Rude Cosmetics is making our models look incredible for their time to shine.
Here, our contestants are given a place where they can take the stage and become the hero of this story.
To show that they are so fierce.
If I was born to be a winner, then I'ma grow up to be a go-getter. If I was born to be a winner, then I'ma grow up to be a go-getter. Blood, sweat, and tears written in the blacks and kings, 1 in a million, the billions and 5%. If I was born to be a winner, then I'ma grow up to be a go-getter. Blood, sweat, and tears written in the blacks and kings, 1 in a million, the billions and 5%.
So I love a hard loft, emphasis on hard. Super industrial, and the only thing it needs is a little bit of me.
Can we open these? I'm opening it.
Oh, our little So Fierce pin cushions and our box of goodies. Thank you, Singer. It's fabulous.
Oh, it's got a pencil sharpener. I feel like school is like the first day of school. I love this space. It's so open, so much light. It's always good to be in a space that you can feel like you can explode in. So I'm gonna explode.
Figure out this baby here. It's amazing, lots of room to work, and the sewing machine, I was nervous about that because I'm used to working on my almost 50-year-old industrial.
Yes. I said yes, like I own the place. But I'm happy with my little corner. I love being kind of like tucked into the back so nobody can see what I'm doing.
Floral scissors, totally my aesthetic. Pink and flowery goes with my look so well. That's okay, I'll use them anyway. I'll forgive them for being floral. I will forgive them. The very first thing I saw was that neon sign, and like the neon, like big heel boot and everything. I was like, this is delightful. I love this.
I'm ready for it all. Let's do this. Sewing stitches, cutting bitches. That's what we're doing.
You're starting while we're finishing. We ratchet out, you coloring. You top the top and you're falling short. You top the top and we walk the walk.
My name is Barbada. I am a Montreal drag queen. Been doing drag for 17 years.
Hola, my name is Jaime Lujan. I am one of Canada's top drag designers, and looking in the room, I can see more of Canada's top drag designers here as well. So I am so excited and humbled to be working with you all.
Welcome to So Fierce. All right, designers, move forward. Come over here. It's time to get to work. Yes. As you may know, each week you're going to be given a different theme, and it is going to be your chance to show the world your abilities and your style in order to become the first champion of So Fierce. We're not going to be the only one judging you here. Every week we will have an extra special guest judge. And this week, our guest judge is the one and only Evan Clayton! Evan, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi guys, my name is Evan Clayton. I am a fashion designer and a costume designer. A lot of my work is focused on the drag community. You've probably seen me dress drag superstars such as Kendall Jenner, Geometric, Shea Coulee, Naomi Smalls, the list goes on and on and on.
Evan, can you please tell us about this week's theme and challenge?
This week's theme, we want to see signature pieces and signature styles that you do best in the outside world. It's really a great opportunity to introduce yourselves to the judges and to the audience watching.
So this week is all about you. We want to see your style, we want to see your drag, and we want to see your amazing work. Oh, and designers, one important detail. There will be no runway on the show. Each week, you're going to take and present us with pictures of each of your looks for judging, kind of like what you would do in your real social media field life. Yes, are you guys ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, designers, it's time to get designing. Snip, snip!
Hello, Missy, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I am from a wee town in Ontario called Port Sydney. I am the town's only weirdo. All of the best people are weirdos. Everyone who is authentically themselves is a weirdo in their own way, and I love that.
Okay, what is going on?
I'm trying not to be the goth girl who draws everything in black, so I'm branching out of my comfort zone and drawing in color, and in my opinion, red is the next best color to draw.
Girl after my own heart.
Right? Exactly. And I'm like,
Okay.
you know, I got this red leather, and who doesn't love barbed wire? I mean, if you're not
doesn't?
making something dangerous, you're probably not.
You know,
even
yeah.
doing
If you're
it
not
right.
making something dangerous, or if you're not trying to escape.
Yes, exactly. Like, I love combining stuff like that, where you combine like soft and hard and like religious with fetish and like masculine and feminine. You just jam it all into the same thing and make it some kind of like really messed up. You know, I summed it up in 4 words when I was out there talking to the judges. I said, bold, bald, badass, and beautiful.
Hello. Like gorgeous. Oh my God, it's like seeing a vision.
Isn't she?
I've been visited by the goddess. Both goddesses.
I love, first of all, this fabric. Very fun.
I love a good, nasty plaid. My name is Terrence O'Brien Henderson. I'm from Lexington, North Carolina, but right now I'm currently living in Columbus, Ohio. My idea is like sort of bringing, I'm from the South, I'm a Southern girl, so I'm bringing that touch of plaid, that country plaid, and then putting it, twisting it on its head. Being in the South and being black and being gay, it had its hardships, but I had a wonderful, beautiful family that taught me to be unique and invested in my art and in my craft.
When you're good, but when you're bad, you're better, right? I am Richard Kuntz, better known as Gidget Galore, the entertainment and costume extravaganza of Orlando, Florida. So I wanted to kind of incorporate that old Hollywood style with a new flair. So I love the color fuchsia. So I found this fabric that I think would really work for something that's this structured. So that's what I'm going for with this.
I come from a family of ministers, so my dad is a minister and both my brothers are ministers. So, I mean, growing up it was hard. It was hard to be the tiny, flamboyant child that I was and the tiny, flamboyant adult that I still am.
And it's great that we're gonna get to meet you all through your creation, you know? And
I think it's fun, and I'm the only one here from Western Canada, and so I get to kind of represent the entire western side of our country, which is
wow,
fun.
a
So,
lot on your shoulders.
no pressure, but I don't know, I think it makes you have a different value set than growing up in a big city, and it makes you put priority on other things.
Hello, Kyle, how are you?
Why don't you tell us about what you want to do for this challenge?
I love kind of that mix of the classic old school showgirl Hollywood, but then throwing some chains on it.
Right.
Some tassels or something like that, yeah.
I always was interested in art and fashion and design, anything that was out of the norm or somebody that was just completely themselves was something that was so interesting to me.
I love the Gothic aesthetic, and if left to my own devices, I would do everything in black. But obviously, I want to be able to, you know, just step outside of my comfort zone, but not on the All About Me challenge. My design style, it's really quite a range of fancy, jeweled, or even a little more plain. But it really depends on what the client wants. It's usually very structured. There's usually a corset base to it because I'm mostly a corset maker.
I'm gender fluid, non-binary, so I find that I land on a spectrum of masculine and feminine. I'm a little masked today, you know. So one of the things that I wanted to incorporate is how when I started to appreciate my femininity, I fell into more pinks. So I said, I'm gonna give you pink, but I'm gonna make you vomit. All I want more than anything else is the opportunity to really keep current and like fall into these moments where it's just like, is that fresh? Is that new? Is that exciting? Is that awful? Is it sparking conversation? That's what I want more than anything else, is I want people talking about me.
Let's get closer, because I kind of want to see.
So far away. It's great though. Like, this is silly, but I love having a big table to work on.
Yeah, it's so nice to just be able to spread everything out and I'm not on the ground with like, my cat's hair and all the glitter that's just stuck there. Like, I get to move it away from the mess.
Are you saying you didn't bring your cats? No. Oh, I'm sorry.
My
You get
baby's
all
at
the points for
home.
that.
I like to make shitty cosplays that are memeable, or like people recognizing who like, I can't believe someone did that. So I've never made an outfit for another person. I'm a cosplayer, so I make things for myself to put on my own body. I literally, like, I'm gonna be making my first drag costume for this show. It's very intimidating to be like, another person is like, gonna put this on them and it has to look good. Whether for me it's like I can just accept that it's, you know, like it is what it is, but if it's going on another person, like you want them to feel good, you want them to like have a good experience in something that you've made.
Well, designers, it was so nice to see all of your work getting created, and let's get to work now.
There are some potential showstoppers in this room, and so we'll let you get to work.
But chop chop, clock is ticking. Have fun.
You talk the talk, but we walk the walk. You talk the talk, but we walk the walk.
Let's get going.
It's at an extra 2 inches there. Challenges for today. Time, of course, time can get away from you as quickly as it comes, I guess.
What's really exciting is that, like, typically when I'm at home, I'm like working with glitters and sequins, and so like notoriously you'll be walking around and there's glitter everywhere. I can't wait to make that my space in there, like that, glitter for days. So we're gonna make you fit in. Heavy Duty Betsy, the singer.
I will name her Mildred, and she will be my sewing machine for the next little while.
The learning curve on the electronic sewing machine was a huge one. I'm not comfortable with things that are that electronic. I got a handle on it, but it's very, very different from, you know, my old 1960s machine that I use at home.
So sorry.
Does anybody have a lighter by chance?
Well, I do.
What else do I have to do? More fuckery with the cape, that's what I have to do.
I found out what play does. I found out what play does.
What does it do?
It just goes at the top speed for the stitch that you're on.
Oh shit.
I thought it was gonna play my iPod.
designers. I am way too curious and antsy, and I want to take a look at what you're all working on.
When you've been sewing so long, sometimes you realize like other people, you have so much to learn from other people, and it's, even though I've been doing this so long, you look over and see someone using a different medium or different materials or where they got their stuff from and how they came about with their look. It was really amazing to see like, oh, okay, you came from there? All right, I see, okay.
Oh my goodness, so I see fabrics.
Yes.
I see a machine.
Yeah, there are fabrics and a machine on the table.
Fabrics and a machine. Have you been finding this a challenge at all to try and bring this character to life?
A stretch is always a challenge. The thing is, I didn't think I would struggle with as much was how much I wanted it to be perfect. That was such a big thing for me that I didn't think would be a big thing for me, and then all of a sudden it hit me like a truck, and I was like, okay, I'm overwhelmed. Like, I needed a second, and I just stepped away from the side, and I was like, whoa, because it was just like everything was so overwhelming. So I think, here we go.
Sometimes it's easy to just put together a look, but then finishing a look is where you can go so wrong.
I'm happy I'm not putting this one on.
I'm very excited. I see some thermoplastic. I see some cables. What is happening?
What is happening? That's a very good question. A catastrophe is happening right now. Oh my gosh, the most challenging part of my day today was when my Arduino stopped working. I got it programmed, I got the wires all taped up, everything was all ready to go, and I flicked the switch and my scissors didn't open. And that was a lot. So I had to get a new Arduino, I had to reprogram it, I had to rewire it, and rewire the entire scissors rig. That was a very tense moment.
Cool, I'm so excited to see how it all turns out. If the wiring doesn't end up working, what's the plan there?
Just roll with it.
Just roll with it.
Just roll with it.
Always,
It'll
right?
be fine.
Yeah, okay, cool. Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. Well, I'm excited to see. I'll let you get back to those pesky wires.
Yes, you got it. Thank you so much.
Of course, thank you. Oh my gosh, what a gorgeous sketch.
Oh gosh. It's all about me, so my entire, I think, aesthetic is glamour and over the top.
Okay,
and,
cool.
And a bit more Met Gala maybe than performance-wise.
Ooh, okay.
I think the challenges I had today were just, it was executing all of it in the time frame. I think that that's always a challenge for me, because I want glamour, I want over the top, I want as much as I can get on one look, and especially in this case.
This is incredibly ambitious, my goodness.
I know, to do it within the constraints of a challenge is hard, but I think I can do it, and it's,
Okay,
it's
cool.
where my heart is and what I love doing, so I'm gonna go for it. It wouldn't be all about me if I didn't.
It's true, and step one is being able to visualize it, because if you can't see it happening, then it's not gonna happen. So if you can see it, I can see it.
I think so. It'll be more detailed than this, but we'll see how it goes.
More detailed? Oh
Well,
my goodness, that's pretty good.
We'll see.
Low-key, I kind of wish I was in here working alongside of you all, because these are all so cool. Well, thank you all so much, everybody. Thank you.
You talk the talk, but we walk the walk. You talk the talk, but we walk the walk.
You look gorgeous.
Not haute couture, hot cuda.
So excited.
Sleeves are everything.
They're so huge when you put it on.
That's what you wear to the church of Beyonce. That's exactly what you wear.
Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, cool. You're gorgeous. Oh my God, I can't wait to put this on you.
From below than up above, because exactly.
Oh. I think so. I think we can show all of it, like all at once, which is great.
This is the whole look. And I was thinking about doing something dramatic so we could like sweep it down a staircase.
The
There's power in the strangest places, fire in the coldest spaces, color where you don't expect it, better when you disconnect it. Follow me into the darkness, free yourself, remove the hardness. Think you're brave, you better prove it. Want the best, rise up and choose it. I'm going out of my head, living close to the edge, going out of my mind. And it's feeling so good, never knew that it could, yeah, it's giving me life. I'm going out of my head, living close to the edge, going out of my mind. And it's feeling so good, never knew that it could, yeah, it's giving me life. I'm going out of my head, living close to the edge, going out of my mind. And it's feeling so good, never knew that it could, yeah, it's giving me life. I'm going out of my head, living close to the edge, going out of my mind. And it's feeling so good, never knew that it could, yeah, it's giving me life. Madness, yeah. Madness, madness, yeah. Madness, madness, yeah. Madness, madness, yeah.
Missy, why don't you tell us about this fantastic look?
I don't know. I honestly don't even know what to tell you about this look. I feel like this sums me up, honestly, really well. I thought when I heard about the category, I was like, this is gonna be easy. Of course I can like sum up what I do. But like if you ask me to make something out of my head, it's not gonna be that pretty dress, right?
Okay.
So this is like pretty, it's beautiful, it's fucked up.
I've been sewing for drag queens for a long time, and they take a lot of crap from people, right? I think it's really cool that they're getting the recognition they deserve, right? Because it's an art form, it's a hell of a lot of work. It's a hell of a lot of work, which is great. It's great. So there's more people celebrating what, you know, us outsiders knew was cool from before. But now everyone is seeing it's cool, right? Which is great.
I was wondering earlier how you were gonna turn out to implement that barbed wire into the outfit, and it looks fantastic.
It's feminine, but it's masculine, you know what I mean? And it's soft, and it's hard, and it's pretty, and it's ugly, and it's all of those things, like all mashed together, which I really feel is like, that's me, bitches.
Evan, any comments?
I have lots of comments about this look. I think it's a very bold look, it's a very beautiful look, it's also a very intelligent look, which is always very nice to see in a new designer. My only critique about this look isn't even really about the look itself, it's more so about your photo. I don't think that you need the mannequin in your photo. You have your look in such a raw, rough-hewn industrial background that I think the mannequin really kind of takes away from the beauty of the look. You have a very severe garment, and I think having a very severe backdrop would serve this look in a great way. Overall, I think it's a very successful look. A lot of fun. Great job.
Bold, bald, beautiful, and badass. I love it.
There you go, yep. Sum it up in 4 words.
Missy, thank you so much.
Thank you for hearing me, you guys.
Terrence, you're with beautiful Sasha. Tell us about this amazing look.
I wanted to show y'all my love first of prints and plaids and give my sort of honoring of the women that I used to see at church when I was a little queer black kid. And that's really what it was. I wanted to show just what I can do with a crazy print, a fun silhouette, but still twist it in a little way. And the lace appliques are just sort of showing that dainty side. All the rhinestones were hand done to the plaid. And yeah, it's a little bell-bottom number, so she can flip and kick, do a reveal, do a twist and a dump and a boop and a fall. And then I've got butterflies on there, a little fascinator, just to give that little Texas tea. So that's me.
Thank you, Terrence. I'm curious, why the butterflies? It's for your mother?
Yeah, so my grandmother and my mother passed away within 2 weeks of each other last year. And my mother loved butterflies, and my partner's father sent flowers to the memorial service, and it had a pink butterfly on it. I'm sorry. It had a pink butterfly on it, and since then it's always sort of been a sign that my mom's around. It took me a very long time to get back into the sewing machine room, and the day that I decided to making drag clothes my pathway, was the day that my mom lost her life. I was in the car leaving a fitting with a drag queen in Utah, and I got the call from my sister that my mom was in the hospital. So that day, I didn't even get to share with her the fact that I wanted to do drag. So that's why there'll be a little piece of that in all this stuff. So I'm very sorry to break down like that. Very sorry.
Don't apologize. Thank you so much for sharing with us, and I'm so sorry about that. What I will say is that I think actually the butterflies are one of my favorite parts of the look. I wish there were more butterflies, to be honest with you, but that being said, I think it's a really cool silhouette. I like that you have almost like a shirt collar at the bottom of the sleeves, and I'm really glad that you're here with us.
Thank you. Let's hear from Evan.
Terrence, thank you so much for sharing your story. What a beautiful tribute to family. I love being able to see that through your clothing. In terms of the look itself, I like it. But I'm very curious, do your plaids match at the seams? Because that is a signifier of a good plaid.
You can see at the center front.
They do!
Yeah. And then I think a little bit at the center back as well, if she wants to show. Yeah.
I think that the plaid falling into the bias on the fall in the back, it's really pretty, really beautiful, and that's something that I would have loved to see pushed even further across the entire scope of the rest of this look. I think that there's a lot of opportunity for play here that was maybe a little missed out on, and that's something that I would love to see you explore further in your work.
Diana, please explain to us what Nikki is wearing right now.
Well, the All About Me theme, I thought that I would take it very literally, and my specialty is corsets and shape. So I wanted to, of course, add the corset with it, but also some, fun little shapes up at the shoulder, give it a little bit of a villain vibe. And I always wear this little, pin cushion, and we have a little pin cushion back here. Sorry to walk in front of you. And also, I love doing weird little gags like robotics and stuff. So,
No.
Come on, little baby.
No!
Shut up!
Oh my God.
A pair of big obnoxious scissors, because of course I love my big obnoxious scissors, and we've got them in the hairpiece as well.
Okay, watch out, don't cut yourself, okay?
And there's a slit, now there's not, and now there's a slit, and now there's not.
Let's hear from our judges, shall we?
What I didn't expect to see was this wonderfully twisted sense of humor that you have through clothes. I do have a critique, but it's not even really about the garment, it's not even really about the photo, it's more of a styling critique. I think that just because you have, this really beautiful color and then you have this neckline, I think that the wig, it's all very dense. I think that instead of the wig that we have now, I think something long, sleek, black, I think that would serve the silhouette a lot more.
Thank you, Evan. Lucinda, what did you think about Diana's creation?
I think I want it. I think it's a home run. I also really like another little detail is how the corset itself and the collar are separate. So whenever Nikki moves, it actually moves with her. And it just, gives us a little breath of skin that I actually think is very sexy. Congratulations, truly.
Well, thank you, Diana. Gidget.
Yes.
You delivered. That's fantastic. Why don't you tell us about the whole look and how it came out?
Well, like I said before, I've always been drawn to old Hollywood. I love the glamorous movie stars of the 40s and 50s. So I always draw inspiration from glamour. I love playing with large volume. So of course, this flock taffeta definitely gave that drama today. Kennedy is such a beautiful model, and I'm so lucky to be working with her because she pulls off that Maryland vibe and that Mae West vibe all at the same time.
Absolutely, you're
She's
right.
definitely a good time gal. So this is what I brought.
Well, let's hear from our judges. Lucinda.
I think your model looks sensational.
Thank you.
I think you have made this to her body, and she just looks so good. You look like you're about to walk a red carpet or star in a musical number in a 50s movie. I think you should be very proud of yourself.
Oh my God, it looks glamorous, it looks expensive, it looks luxurious, it looks old Hollywood, it looks like something that Mae West would wear. It's very clear that garment construction and pattern making are very much within your wheelhouse. your garment looks like it's sewn immaculately. So yeah, I'm very curious to see what else you got under your hat.
Well, Gidget, thank you so much. This is amazing work, and I can't wait to see the rest.
Thank you so much.
Kyle, I love this. We really see you through this, right? Please tell us about what Antique Doll is wearing right now.
I wanted it to be an iconic part of fashion history, and then throwing in some kind of fetish wear harness. So kind of that mix between the soft and the feminine of the general silhouette.
My favorite part of the look is the corsetry up the back. I think it's the starkness of the black tying down to the skirts against the cream ivory. Oh, it's just really lovely. I almost think there's an opportunity to play with that even more along seam lines. I mean, that would be a mountain of work, of course, but like, I think there's a kernel there of something that you can explore moving forward.
I think this was very much more Dior and less Dior. I would have loved to see more of these fetish elements really pushed in this design because they are the standout to me in this design. I really like the lacing, I really like the harness detail, I like the chains. That's amazing. More of that, please.
Seven, you had to show us you, and I think you really did, right?
I'm so happy with the presentation and how that's all working, and it really pulled together. I was quite surprised. I think the one thing that I struggled with the most was having a model to put it on, and like, it has to fit.
Yeah.
So I've achieved that, and I'm really happy, but there was like a mountain to come over to be like, this, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be me.
Yeah.
Like that's the one thing that I struggled with, yeah.
Well, it's definitely you, I think. Lucinda, what did you think of Seven's amazing creation?
Visually looking at it is very satisfying. I adore the collar, and I just wish that there was something that would have kept it together.
Of course,
up
yeah.
at the top.
Seven, Horror, thank you so much for being with us, and thank you for sharing your beautiful work and art with us.
Thank you for your opinions and your constructive criticism. Like, I really appreciate all the feedback. It's like, it's nice to hear something back instead of just putting things into the world and deleting comments.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Seven.
Thank you.
Bibi, you told us we were gonna vomit pink, and I think we do.
I feel like it's more of a vaginal statement piece, bringing more attention to pink and the glory that is everything that is feminine. It's a little showgirl. As I was saying before, I'm giving you hot cooter, not haute couture.
I think it's very well constructed. It's very contemporary drag. It's very current drag, but it does look like current drag that does have a touch of inspiration from the ye old drag of the past, which is always fun to see. I do have a couple critiques on the photo. I think I would have preferred to see her standing up instead of sitting down. You kind of crunch up all of her length in her torso, and she ends up looking very squat and very small.
Benjamin, hi.
How are you?
You are with the amazing and very, very gorgeous Ultraviolet.
Yes.
Can you please tell us, Benjamin, about what Ultraviolet is wearing right now?
So I made a paneled cat suit. I wanted to go very glamorous, very Met Gala, very elegant and over the top, and in kind of I wanted it to be so elaborate that it felt simple. That it felt just like effortless and there. So that's what she's wearing.
Well, it's definitely not effortless being simple and yet elevated. It's perfect. It's perfect. It definitely hits the spot on that. I'm not the expert here, so let's turn to our experts. Let's go here to Evan.
I don't really have anything negative to say because it's so good.
You know it's good.
I mean,
we all know it's good. I'm not mad at it. No. I think what I respond to the most is that it still gives me a lot of areas to focus my eye. I'm able to travel with the look and kind of settle into new places and discover new textures and new shapes. And I think that's a really tough thing to do with the amount of stones on there. I mean, speaking personally, I am not good at creating patterns like this. And so when I see it, I always have a tinge of envy. So watch out, bitch, because I am fucking envious. It's so good.
Benjamin, this week you had to let us know who you were through your creation. How does this resonate with your designer, your style, who you are?
I think as like a tiny flamboyant boy, I always wanted to be the like shiniest, brightest little person. And I think that for me, I love glamour, and I grew up as that kid who loved fashion and dreamt of really beautiful things. And so to me, this is like the epitome of what, I don't want to wear it, but the epitome of what I would have wanted to be. It's glamorous, it attracts attention in a really beautiful, subtle, not subtle way. It, more than anything, I think for me, it resonates with also the person that Ultraviolet is, and enhances what they bring to the table. And I think that for me is what I want to do. I want to respect people and enhance what they have to show.
Well, Benjamin, Ultraviolet, thank you so very much, and I can't wait to see more.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
You talk the talk, but we walk the walk. You talk the talk, but we walk the walk.
What did you think, Lucinda, of Benjamin's fantastic catsuit?
You can cover anything with stones and it's gonna be sparkly and I'm gonna love it. But if you cover something and make it look that intentional and that light, that is good work.
I would have loved if the hem was pressed on that cloak before we took the photo. If that's the only thing that I'm critiquing, you did a pretty good job.
Let's go now with Gidget's huge pink gown.
When I was doing the walk around and I saw the fabrics, I thought, oh, okay, where is this gonna go? I didn't quite see the vision, but seeing it all come together, seeing the proportions of the gown, seeing the way it fit, it just tickled me pink.
Let's talk about BB's picture now. A very pink, all pink. What did you think about the picture and the garment?
I didn't love the picture. You know, I've definitely seen that reveal coat more than once. There's nothing really bad to say about the craftsmanship of the garment. It looked like it was well made.
Evan, you've made several of them. I have taken several of them off myself. And so yeah, completely serviceable, completely fine. But I think in a sea of looks that kind of went above and beyond, it kind of leaves a little to be desired.
I stand by what I said in the judging with Kyle. I do wish that this look was a bit more original. Having said that, you know, it looks like it's made beautifully.
I would agree. I would say it was maybe 90% new look, 10% fetish.
Okay, let's move on to Diana's look. Very witch. I like that.
Oh, isn't this garment just perfect for that indecisive client who can't decide if they want a slit or not? Like, oh my goodness. So, I mean, just exceptional work. And my compliment for both the picture and the garment itself is that there's something to look at from every angle.
The gag of going on stage and doing, I don't know, cut to the feeling and then hitting that button and then the scissors start cutting, like,
wow.
Incredible.
Vibes everywhere.
There's your rent. Yeah.
Absolutely. Let's talk now about Terrence's plaid look.
The look, I didn't dislike the look. I really liked that Terrence matched the plaids at the center front and the center back, and I really liked the bias on the plaid in the train. I liked the hat. I liked the butterflies. Is it the look that I remember? No.
Now, let's look at Missy's huge red, very red outfit and gown.
I think that the look is really successful. I really do love and appreciate her point of view and aesthetic.
She just told a really good story, and at the end of the day, I love my fashion to have a bit of a narrative.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Seven's cosplay look.
I think it's a successful look, but to be honest, I didn't really remember it. And I think today it was just a little bit quiet, if that makes sense.
Well, judges, I think we have our winner for today. Do we?
Absolutely.
I think so, yeah.
Unfortunately, we also have someone who's going to be sent home today. I think so.
Two.
Yeah, our bottom two. Well, let's bring back our designers, shall we?
Let's.
Designers, this week was all about you, and you've shown us in your individual work yourself. You've really shown us what you're capable of. You've shown us what your style is, and we really, really want to thank you for the amazing job you did this week. This week, we have a top 3. 3 of your looks have really wowed us, and I think we could say that they were definitely so fierce. our top 3 this week are
Diana.
Benjamin.
Thank you.
and Missy. And our winner today, this week, is Evan. Let's turn to you.
Our winner this week is Diana. Lucinda, if you would give me the honor of handing over our golden needle to our winner.
Your next look has to be made entirely with that.
No problem, I got this.
Diana, congratulations. Your look was funny. It had a touch of humor, but it was so well executed. It was very you, and I think we all agreed that we would wear it any fucking time. You will have an advantage with that winning today, but not today. Next week, you won't be taking your photos yourself. You will be joined a professional photographer that will be taking the photos for you. You know, this is a competition, and we also, this week, have people who weren't so fierce, unfortunately.
Our bottom two are Kyle and Seven.
Designers. Unfortunately, the person leaving the studio today is...
You talk the talk, but we walk the walk.
Our bottom two are Kyle and Seven.
Designers. Unfortunately, the person leaving the studio today is...
Oh, I can't stand it. No, we can't send somebody home on the first week.
What?
I don't think anybody should go home today. Not when they brought themselves, showcasing their art. We just got to know them. No, I'm putting my foot down. Nobody's going home.
Okay, no one's going home. I agree with that. Congratulations to all designers. You're here, and you're gonna be here next week also, because we can't judge you on your aesthetic. It wouldn't be fair. We will see you all next week on So Fierce.
I completely understand. I would have roasted me more if I were the judges.
I called it. I knew Diana was gonna win. Like her thing was fucking incredible. Like I knew she was gonna win. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that's amazing.
I love that the judges got the silliness. A lot of the times you see goth designers and there's like no sense of humor, and I love a ridiculous sense of humor and just that balance of, you know, spooky and aloof, but also batshit bananas.
I'm happy that we're all here because I have genuinely loved all these people and have made friends with all of them, and so it would have been hard to see somebody go home that quickly. And at the same time, it's like one more week that we have 8 of us. Would have been a sweet relief to see somebody go home that quickly.